The capital punishment sentence of Marion Bowman Jr. was carried out tonight, pursuant to the order of the South Carolina Supreme Court and in accordance with state law.
South Carolina has never executed somebody by firing squad. We've only had one other state apart from Utah that has executed an individual, and that was only one individual, the state being Nevada, by firing squad. So this is a huge development in the world of execution methods. In recent years, there's been a reevaluation of the firing squad as a possible method of execution, primarily because lethal injection has only gotten worse over the decades. Lethal injection was first used in 1982. It's always been a problematic method of execution, but it's simply gotten worse. The history of firing squad is pretty unusual in the context of all execution methods. On the one hand, it was the first method of execution that was ever used in this country. As far as we know, the first person ever executed in this country in 1608 in colonial America was executed by firing squad. So it has this very early history. At the same time, it's been supplanted by these other methods of executions over the decades. We have 6 methods of execution in this country. I think firing squad is the least inhumane method. So I can understand an inmate selecting it. That makes sense. To me, it's the better choice for an inmate if I were somebody representing that person. In 1938, Utah conducted an experiment with one of their inmates, and they attached an EKG to the inmate so they could measure heart death. And when they shot at the inmate's heart, there was heart death within a matter of seconds, and they declared death in 2 minutes. In this country's history, as far as we know, there have only been 2 instances where there have been problematic firing squad executions. One was in 1877, and the other was in 1951. The kinds of problems that occurred in those 2 executions wouldn't take place now.